So you want to buy an investment property, and this is your first investment property. So I'm going to give you the absolute best place to start so you are very unlikely of ever getting hurt. And this is something that you will not hear anywhere else on YouTube or on the internet. I can almost guarantee you that I'm going to tell you who to talk to first so you make sure you're absolutely not going to get hurt when you buy your first investment property. Stick around. Hey guys, this is RC Peck, and I'll talk to you about buying your first investment property. Now, it does not have to be your first investment property. I'm talking right now about single family homes, duplexes, or triplexes. It doesn't actually matter which one it is. There's three things I want to cover. Now, even if you're never going to buy an investment property or you're on buying your fifth one, this video is absolutely going to help you because most importantly, it's going to tell you who to talk to first. So there's three things I want to cover, and we're going to cover them. Let's get to it. Okay, so number one, if you're looking to buy in your own town, this first one won't help you that much, okay? But if not, the way you want to research is by literally Googling best places to live, best places to work, best college towns. You can also look up MSA. MSA is Metropolitan Statistical Areas, and you can literally look up MSA price charts, and you can see the real estate price chart. Zillow has that too, but MSA statistics have even longer histories than Zillow. But if you're gonna look outside your town, and I did this years ago, about 20 years ago, I just started typing in like best places to live, best third tier cities to live, to really look for those solid places that people don't think about. So that first one, not a huge deal, but do 15, 30 minutes, 60 minutes of research to really see. It's absolutely worth it. Okay. Now, I'm going to get to the question of who you need to ask and what you need to ask them. I'm going to do that last. But the second thing is, if this is your first house that you're going to buy, just know the expenses are going to be way higher than you ever think. So let's just think about this. And let's assume you have a mortgage. So you have the principal, the interest, the tax, and the insurance on the mortgage. You might have HOA, okay? If it's outside of your area, you're going to have a property manager, okay? If you do have a property manager, the first month they're going to have a lease-up fee, which is typically 40 or 50% of the rent, which can really bite into profitability. You're going to have maintenance, and maintenance is always more than you think. Even if you're buying a new house, something in the third or fourth year is always going to go wrong. Now, here's the thing. The more expensive of an investment property you buy, the less headache you're going to have. Okay, so think about this. If you're buying a place that can rent for $800 a month, I just want you to think about who's the type of income earner who's doing an $800 a month, rental. They're probably not the most stable person in that state. Whereas if you were buying a rental property for, say, in Palo Alto, now clearly houses in Palo Alto are, $2 or $3 or $4 million. But those people are going to be amazing renters. So you have to think about what type of person you're renting to, okay? Because that's kind of an expense too. Are they more only coming in for a year and then they're out for a year? Are they going to rent, are you going to have someone that rents for years? So you want to find the balance, and the balance that I have found is you want to be renting something for around $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Again, because the person who's paying $1,200 to $1,500, there's more stability in their life. Whereas if you're renting something for $300 or $400 a month, okay, and I'm not talking about a college town to kids. So I also want you to think about the amount you're renting it for, or what it can rent for. Okay, now this is the main thing I want to talk to you about with how you buy an investment property, your first one, okay? So I already talked about doing a little Google search. If it's your own town, you're going to do your own research, really get a handle on all the expenses. But here's the biggest thing I want to tell you, and it's something that no one taught me, but I found out what that was. I found out on my own that it was very magical. Here it is. When you go and buy a place, before you talk to a real estate agent, in fact, don't talk to a real estate agent first. What I want you to do is talk to a property manager. Even if it's in your own town, you're going to call 3 property managers and say, hey, I want to buy an investment property in Richland, Washington, or the north part of Richland, Washington. But even before you say that, say to them, where do you need more investment properties? what part of town or which town needs more investment properties. Now, here's the thing about asking a property manager. They're not going to lie to you. They're not going to BS you. I'm not saying a real estate agent is going to lie to you. The thing is, they're biased heavily to just sell you a property, where a property manager only makes money if that property is rented. They know what it will really rent for, not what a real estate agent thinks it will rent for when they're trying to sell it to you. So I want you to start by calling a property manager. And look, you could just throw a dart on, a map, and wherever it lands, call that town and talk to 3 property managers. And in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes with each property manager, you're going to know right away if that's a good town to even have to even own a property in. They won't lie to you. And all property managers in my all years, they're always local. They've lived there like 30 years. They know the market. Most of them have their real estate license themselves. You start with a property manager and say, if I buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a 3-2, what can you rent it for today? And how many do you have in inventory? A lot of times these property managers have 50 homes or 100 homes, or if they're a bigger organization, 300 homes. They know exactly what will rent. They know which 3-2s in which town are going to rent the fastest, are going to be snapped up. And you talk to them, and you're also building the relationship with them, because if it is out of your town, if it's more than a couple hour drive, you may want to have the property manager manage it for you. So the biggest thing I can tell you and really reveal to you in this video is, if you're going to go invest in single family homes, duplexes, or triplexes, call a property manager first and ask her or ask him what these will rent for and how many of they have and how many of them they have that are vacant right now. You're going to learn so much, and literally you can learn amazing amount of information literally in minutes and not hours or days. And the thing I absolutely don't want you to have happen to you is you put all this work into it, you talk to a real estate agent, you get this gorgeous house, and then you're like, oh my God, I own this house. I got to figure out how to rent it. I didn't think about renting, right? Because you think about this, when you buy an investment property, you actually have to buy the house. Most of the time you have to get a mortgage, and then you have to rent it. So it's 3 things. And even if you don't have to buy a mortgage, you still have to buy the house, and then it has to be managed. So the big reveal and the big takeaway is you call a property manager first, and call 3 in that town, and is absolutely going to save you just an incredible amount of stress and strain in your life. But you're going to learn almost instantly where to buy. All right, guys, thanks so much for being on this video. If you like this, you're going to love my free course, Clarity and Control, which is literally what it does. It gives you back the clarity and the control over your wealth and over your portfolio. And let me know where I got it right, where I got it wrong. Leave a comment, hit the like button. It absolutely makes a difference so more people can see these videos. Okay, thanks, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.